Family and friends, I'd like to welcome you to the first official signing day at Garden City High School for the 2018-2019 school year. Today we're here to honor a special student athlete who is signing a national letter of intent with Fort Hays State University, that being Taylor Savolt. Before we introduce her and have her sign, a couple of things about her. Taylor is the current 6A state champion in the 300-meter hurdles. Taylor is a 2-year varsity letter winner in cross country and earned 1 varsity letter in both basketball and volleyball. Taylor's been an outstanding student here at Garden City High School. She is named a KU Honor Scholar, National Honor Society, the Principal's 4.0 Honor Roll, and Student Council Representative. Taylor has done some civic or public service. She served as a teacher for the St. Dominic Youth Group, and she's also volunteered for the Tumbleweed Festival. This fall, she was voted as Homecoming Queen for Fall Homecoming 2018. Like to introduce some special guests here today. First of all, Taylor's parents, Melissa and Bill Savolt. All right, Taylor's sister, Brooke. Taylor's grandfather and grandmother, Merle and Carolyn Henry. I also like to introduce the coaches that have helped Taylor out. Crystal Lindenberger, Derek Algram. We have, J.C. Holloway, who's also helped out. And then we've got the voice of the Buffaloes, Mike Pilosoff. He voiced for 99.9 ESPN Radio. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce Garden City High School student athlete, Taylor Savolt. All right, Taylor, you've got the calm.
Okay.
You ready to sign?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and sign your letter.
Yeah, I can.
All right, at this time we'll have Taylor answer some questions. We have some media people. We'll start with Mike, and then we'll go to Brett.
Before we do that, also another coach, her head track coach, Brian Hill up there.
He was sneaking up there.
I didn't see him. He kind of blended into the wall. He was in camo.
He looked young. Go ahead, Mike.
First off, congratulations. Main decision on 48. Why?
It just kind of came down to where I felt most comfortable, and I think that at Fort Hays I can succeed the most and potentially get to the national level. It's definitely the biggest goal. I think the program's going in a great direction. The coaches really kept up with me and kept in contact with me and felt like they wanted me, so I wanted to go somewhere that I felt I wasn't just a number at a big school. I wanted to go somewhere that I could make an impact at.
When you look at how you've improved, now you've got one last season obviously this spring, but where's the biggest improvement that you think that you've made?
I've made a lot of improvements in all of my events. There's still a lot I can do within hurdles and the form. I can get a lot better in that, but I think in long jump maybe I've improved the most, over 2 feet. So hurdles too, I had never done anything like the 300s before, so starting that my freshman year was a lot of fun.
Take us through the list of schools, because I know some schools kind of came in at the last second trying to get you, but give us a list and kind of an idea of your school list.
I really like Wichita State. It kind of came down to Wichita State and Fort Hays, and then I also really liked the University of Nebraska. I went to KU, and then some smaller schools like CSU Pueblo and Emporia State.
So I guess what would separate, and you kind of gave some things on Fort Hays State, but what would separate them from a school like Wichita State?
I kind of liked, they were pretty similar. Wichita State is a big multi-program, which I plan on doing the heptathlon. So they really drew me in, and it was really hard making the decision, but I thought that the D2 level for me, if I could get to that national level, I'd have a lot better chance at a D2 level than D1. So it's kind of the ultimate factor. And there's a lot of good recruits that have come into Fort Hays, so I've got to know a lot of the girls, and it's been really fun.
Who's been your biggest inspiration?
Well, Kelly Wyckoff, kind of from Fort Hays. She's been a great role model to look up to and see how much she's improved over the years. So she's left her impact on the program, and I kind of want to be like that too.
This has been quite a journey. Talk about the complexities of the recruiting, so a lot of the younger classmates and everything can kind of understand what a person's going through when they're getting recruited, at all levels, D1, D2, stuff like that.
Lots of emails and phone calls. Not always phone calls that you want to keep answering and talking to them, and they ask the same questions over and over. It can get long. The recruiting process is long, and going on visits for visits that are 2 days gets pretty long, but it's a lot of fun and definitely something that you want to cherish because you'll only go through it once.
And talk about the academic component of when you were looking at schools too, and how that played into your decision making.
So for me, I'm going to major in business management. So like KU and Wichita State, Fort Hays, they all had really good business programs. So that was kind of nice knowing that wherever I went, I would get a good education too. And Fort Hays also offers an entrepreneurship major, which is something that I'll probably do. So that was a perk.
Good.
Any more questions? No? Chewy, anything? All right, let's give Taylor one last round of applause.
Okay, before you leave, we have some refreshments over here. We have cookies, cupcakes, so please feel free to indulge in that. Also, a reminder that this afternoon at 3:15, Cyan Audran is going to sign his national letter of intent. So please be here for that.
All right, one last hand. Good job.